All right, welcome back to the deep dive.
Yeah, great to be here.
Today we're going to be, unpacking this book, You Become What You Think.
It's such a fascinating read.
I mean, for all of you listening out there, I know you're all on this journey of personal growth, so we're going to go beyond the basics with this one. We're
Moving.
really diving into the core ideas, the meat of this book.
Absolutely.
It's all about, harnessing the power of your thoughts
hmm
to shape your reality. And it's got some seriously thought-provoking stuff in here.
Oh, for sure.
Especially this concept of the, what is it, mind magnet?
Yes, the mind magnet. What is that all about?
Yeah, so that's a really core idea in the book. It's not just about, thinking positive thoughts, you know? It's
Well,
about understanding that our thoughts have an energy that draws in experiences that match their frequency.
oh.
It's like our minds are these powerful magnets pulling in what we focus on.
Oh, so it's like when I'm super focused on a problem
Yeah.
and it just keeps getting bigger.
Exactly. That's a
Yeah.
perfect example. It's like I'm attracting more problems.
Yeah, the book actually shares this story about the author losing his wallet.
Oh, no.
And when he was focused on that frustration and loss, it just seemed like everything went wrong that day.
Oh, yeah.
But then he made a conscious shift, to focus on solutions.
Oh,
And
okay.
things started turning around.
For real.
He found a way to get home. A friend helped him cancel his cards, and then, surprisingly, his wallet turned up later that week.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah,
So it really is like how we focus shapes what happens.
absolutely.
So if our thoughts are these magnets, what does the book say about how to plant the right kind of seeds, so to speak?
Well, the book uses this really powerful analogy of thoughts as seeds.
Okay.
So just like a tiny seed holds the blueprint for a massive tree, each thought we have carries the potential to grow into something much bigger.
So it's not just about thinking happy thoughts then.
No, not exactly. It's more about recognizing that we can't control every thought that pops up, but we can choose which ones we water and give attention to.
I see.
The book argues that when we focus on possibilities instead of limitations, we start to create the conditions for those possibilities to actually manifest.
That reminds me of that quote, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right.
Exactly.
So it comes back to belief, doesn't it?
Yeah, belief is huge.
How does the book talk about belief?
Well, the book really digs deep into the role of belief.
Hmm.
It emphasizes that what we believe about ourselves and what's possible for us really sets the stage for everything else.
Like if you believe you can do something.
If you truly believe you can achieve something, you're more likely to take those courageous actions that lead to success.
Okay, but there's a difference though between confidence and then real deep down conviction.
Yeah, for sure.
How do we get that unshakable belief?
That's a great question, and it's something the book addresses head on.
Okay, good.
It argues that conviction is built through experience, through those small wins that demonstrate our capabilities.
So proving to ourselves we can do it.
Exactly. And it also suggests that actively challenging our limiting beliefs is key.
Oh, yeah, limiting beliefs.
Those sneaky little voices that tell us we're not good enough.
Yeah, or that we'll never reach our goals.
Exactly. I know those all too well.
Yeah, me too.
But the book reminds us that those are just thoughts. They're not truths.
Right, okay.
And there are practical techniques we can use to dismantle them.
Oh, okay, like what?
Well, things like visualization and affirmations.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about those, but how do they work?
Well, visualization is about more than just vaguely picturing what you want.
Okay.
The book encourages you to really engage all your senses.
Oh, wow.
Imagine yourself achieving that goal, feeling the emotions, even smelling the sense of that environment.
It's like making a movie in your mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're essentially rewiring your brain to see that achievement as a reality, not just a fantasy.
That's so cool. And what about affirmations?
So affirmations, they might seem a bit woo-woo at first,
Yeah, a little bit.
but think of them as counter-programming for your mind.
Okay.
When you consistently repeat positive statements that challenge those limiting beliefs, you're basically planting new seeds of thought.
So it's like instead of letting the negative thoughts win, they're
Exactly.
choosing a different story.
You're choosing a more empowering internal dialogue.
That's amazing.
But there's one more crucial piece to this puzzle that we can't overlook.
Oh, what's that?
Action.
Right. Of course, you can't just think it. You have to do it.
Exactly, you got it. The book actually has a quote that sums it up perfectly.
What's the quote?
Thoughts may set the direction, but actions pave the road,
That's so true.
isn't it?
It's like having the destination but never starting the trip.
Yeah. And what's interesting is the book also suggests that action itself can strengthen our beliefs.
Oh, how so?
Well, even those small steps forward can build momentum and reinforce our sense of capability.
Oh, so it's like this positive feedback loop.
It's
The more you act, the more you believe, and the more you believe, the more you're inspired to act.
precisely. And when you combine that with a grateful mindset, things really start to shift.
Oh, yeah, gratitude. We hear that word a lot.
We do, but this is where we start to get into the real transformative power of gratitude.
Oh, okay, I'm intrigued.
It's about shifting our perspective from scarcity to abundance, recognizing all the good that's already present in our lives.
So, not ignoring the problems.
No, but choosing to focus on what we have rather than what's missing.
Right, okay, I see.
And the book has a really powerful way of explaining this. It compares cultivating gratitude to tending a garden.
Okay, now how does tending a garden relate to gratitude?
Well, just like a gardener carefully nurtures their plants, providing them with sunlight, water, and fertile soil,
Yeah.
we can nurture our minds with positive thoughts, appreciation, and a willingness to learn and grow.
That's a beautiful analogy.
It's about creating the conditions for our inner world to thrive.
I like that. It makes me think about how I approach my own, like, growth. Yeah.
Maybe I've been neglecting my inner garden a bit.
Well, that's the beauty of this deep dive, you know? It's giving us a chance to examine our mindsets and explore new ways to cultivate growth.
This has been, like, already giving me so much to think about.
Yeah, okay.
And we've only just scratched the surface of this book.
There's so much more to unpack.
I know.
In the next part of our deep dive, we'll delve even deeper into some practical strategies
Yes.
that the book offers for cultivating that positive mindset and overcoming those pesky limiting beliefs.
Awesome. I can't wait. We'll be right back after this. Okay, welcome back to our deep dive into You Become What You Think.
Yeah, it's great to be back.
Before we jump into like more practical strategies and stuff,
Yeah.
I wanted to go back to that garden analogy for a second.
Oh, yeah, the garden.
It really stuck with me.
It's a good one.
It's such a powerful way to see the whole inner growth process,
It really is, yeah.
It made me think it's so easy to get stuck in those negative thought patterns.
Oh, totally.
It really is like letting weeds take over your mind.
Yeah, it is.
But the book also talks about thought awareness.
Yes, thought awareness.
What exactly is that?
So thought awareness is all about becoming more conscious of, those thoughts that are just running through our minds all the time.
Ooh.
It's about noticing those negative patterns
Okay.
before they spiral out of control and start impacting, our emotions and our behaviors.
So it's almost like hitting pause on those automatic negative thoughts
Exactly.
and then choosing a different response.
Precisely. The book suggests that even just becoming aware of our thoughts can create a sense of separation from them.
Yeah.
We start to see them as just thoughts, not facts.
Right.
And that creates space for us to choose a more empowering perspective.
That makes sense. So you step back from the drama
Exactly.
and become more of an observer.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I see.
And once we develop that awareness, then we can really start to challenge those thoughts that are holding us back.
Especially those, limiting beliefs we were talking about earlier.
Oh, yeah, the limiting beliefs, it's like there are these roadblocks.
Yeah, exactly.
How do we, break through those?
So the book offers this multifaceted approach to dismantling those limiting beliefs.
Okay.
One of the key strategies is, identifying the specific thought patterns that are fueling those beliefs.
So, where are they coming from?
Exact. And are they even true?
Exactly. The book encourages us to, question the validity of those beliefs.
Oh.
Because a lot of times they're based on, past experiences or messages we received as children
Yeah.
that are no longer serving us as adults.
It's like those old stories we've been carrying around.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so once we know what they are, what do we do?
So the book suggests several powerful techniques. One is to reframe those negative thoughts into more positive and empowering affirmations.
So instead of saying, I'm not good enough,
Yeah.
you say, I am capable and worthy. Exactly. It's about consciously choosing a new story, a new belief that supports our growth and aligns with our goals.
That's powerful. And I'm guessing visualization comes in here too.
Absolutely. Visualization can be a really powerful tool for rewiring those limiting beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
The book suggests creating this vivid mental picture of yourself.
Okay.
successfully overcoming a challenge,
Yeah.
or achieving a goal that you previously believed was impossible.
So you're using your imagination to
Exactly.
actually change your brain.
You're creating new neural
Oh,
pathways
wow. That's incredible.
that support your desired beliefs.
And of course, action is a part of this too, right?
Absolutely. The book emphasizes the importance of taking action,
Okay.
even small steps, to reinforce those new beliefs.
So it's like, okay, you've done the work on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's go out and do it in the real world.
Right. The book has this great analogy of a sailboat.
Oh, tell me about it.
So our thoughts are like the sails, setting our direction,
Mm.
but action is the wind that propels us forward.
I love that. That's a perfect analogy.
It really is.
It really shows how thoughts and actions work together.
Exactly.
I see that.
And the book really highlights that even those small, consistent actions can create such powerful momentum over time.
Right, like that snowball effect.
Exactly.
So, it's not about waiting for the perfect moment
Right.
or trying to do everything at once.
No.
It's those small steps.
Yeah, exactly. That
Action.
build our confidence
Mm-hmm.
and keep us moving towards those goals.
Yeah, that makes sense. But, I have to be honest. I know I'm going to mess up sometimes.
Of course.
What does the book say about, dealing with setbacks?
That's a great question. And the book offers some really helpful guidance on that front.
Okay, good.
It emphasizes that setbacks are like an inherent part of the growth process.
So they're normal.
They're totally normal.
Okay.
They're not failures, but rather opportunities to learn and adjust our course.
Okay, so it's like changing how we think about those tough times.
Exactly.
Instead of being like, "Ugh, I can't do this. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, what did I learn from this?
Precisely. The book encourages us to ask ourselves, what can I learn from this experience?
Okay.
How can I use this to become stronger and more resilient?
So we use it as fuel to move forward.
Exactly. It's about turning those setbacks into stepping stones
I see.
that propel us forward on our journey.
That's such a great mindset shift.
And the book also reminds us that, we don't have to go it alone.
Right.
Having a support system, whether it's, a mentor, a coach, a trusted friend.
Yeah, it's like having cheerleaders
Exactly.
to keep you going.
Yeah.
Okay, but what if I'm really stuck? I can't seem to get going, even though I know what I need to do.
Yeah, that's where the book's emphasis on self-compassion comes in.
Okay.
It reminds us to be kind and patient with ourselves, recognizing that change takes time and effort.
So you don't have to be perfect all the time.
Exactly.
Just keep working at it.
And it's also about celebrating those wins, no matter how small they may seem.
I like that. Yeah. Celebrate all the wins.
All the wins, big and small.
You know what? This whole deep dive has been amazing.
Okay.
I'm learning so much.
I'm glad.
I have all these new ideas and I can actually use them
Yeah, that's the thing.
in my everyday life.
That's what we want.
And we're not even done yet.
I know, right? We have one more part to go.
I know. What are we going to talk about in the next part?
In the final part of our deep dive, we'll explore some more specific strategies from the book
Okay.
that you can start applying in your own life.
I can't wait. We'll be back after a quick break. Welcome back to the deep dive.
Glad to have you back.
We're in the final part of our exploration of you become what you think.
No, it's flown by.
I know. I feel like I'm so ready now to actually,
Yeah.
use these ideas.
Put them into practice.
Yeah, my life.
It's all about action.
Exactly, because it's great to, talk about all this mindset stuff, but how do we actually make it, real in our lives?
That's the million-dollar question.
I know, right?
And the good news is,
Yeah.
this book doesn't just leave us hanging with a bunch of concepts.
Oh, good.
It gives us, real strategies.
Okay, I like that. So what are the strategies?
Well, one of the most basic ones
Yeah.
is setting clear and specific goals.
Okay, that sounds pretty obvious.
Yeah, it might sound obvious.
Yeah.
But you'd be surprised how many people just
I know, I'm probably one of those people.
kind of wander through life
Yeah.
without really knowing what they're aiming for.
Okay, so how do we do it right then? Is it all about vision boards and affirmations?
It's a little deeper than that.
Okay.
The book talks about approaching goals with a sense of purpose.
Oh. Yeah.
Why do you want to achieve this goal?
Yeah.
How will it contribute to, your overall happiness?
So connecting your goals to
It gets
bigger
about
picture.
to your values, your vision for your life.
Okay, that makes sense, but I get overwhelmed,
I get it.
Even when I have a goal, it just feels too big.
That's super common.
Yeah.
And the book has a great strategy for this.
Oh, what's that?
Break those big goals down
Okay.
into smaller, manageable steps.
So Mini goals.
Exactly. It's like creating a roadmap with milestones along the way.
Yeah, that feels much less scary.
It's way less daunting.
Yeah.
And each time you achieve one of those small steps,
Yeah.
you get a little boost
Okay.
of confidence and motivation.
And that keeps you going.
Exactly. It's that momentum principle.
Yeah, like that snowball effect.
Exactly.
Small actions, consistent effort, and boom,
Yeah, you got it.
you're making progress.
Big things happen.
Okay, but what about when I, like, totally mess up?
It's gonna happen.
I know it is.
We all hit snags.
And we talked about, like, seeing those setbacks differently, but
Yeah,
are there any, like, tools to help me bounce back?
totally. The book talks about developing a growth mindset.
Okay, growth mindset.
It's all about, seeing those challenges
Yeah.
as opportunities to learn
Okay.
rather than like proof that you're not good enough.
So it's about changing your self-talk.
Exactly.
Instead of being like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm still learning.
Exactly.
I'm going to figure this out.
And the book also reminds us about the power of, asking for help.
Oh, yeah, support.
Support, whether it's a mentor, a coach.
Friend, family.
Yeah, sometimes just talking it through
Yeah.
can give you that new perspective.
Oh, totally. It's like having a sounding board,
Exactly. Sometimes just saying it out loud
Yeah.
helps you see things more clearly.
Yeah, that's so true.
And then you can come up with a plan.
I love all this. This is so helpful.
Good. I'm glad.
But we've talked a lot about the, like, internal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What about, like, things on the outside?
Yeah, the external stuff.
Yeah, how do those things affect, my thoughts?
Well, the book really emphasizes how important it is to create a positive environment
Oh, okay.
for yourself.
So, like, my surroundings.
Exactly. Surround yourself with supportive people.
Okay.
Limit, like negative news and media.
Yeah, I definitely need to work on that.
And then engage in activities that, make you feel good.
It's like building a little haven.
Yes, a sanctuary for your well-being.
I love that.
And the book reminds us we actually have more control over our environment
Yeah.
than we realize.
That's true. Yeah.
We can choose who we spend time with,
Yay.
what we do, where we go.
This deep dive has been amazing.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Seriously, like, I've learned so much.
Okay.
I can actually, take these ideas and use them
I hope so.
in my life.
That's the whole point.
I know, and you become what you think.
Powerful book.
It is. It's such a good reminder that we're in control,
Yeah, we have more power than we think.
Yeah, it all starts with, like, what's going on in our heads.
It does, and it's not just positive thinking.
Right.
It's about understanding how our thoughts shape our reality.
And then using that to make the life we want.
You got it.
This has been so great. Thank you so much
It's been my pleasure.
for walking us through all this.
Absolutely. Anytime.
So insightful.
And remember, every thought is a seed you're planting.
Oh, that's good.
Choose wisely, nurture them,
Yeah.
and watch your life grow.
I love that. Thank you for joining us on the deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you next time for another,
Another doc.
another deep dive into another fascinating topic.
Can't wait.